Split ends are incredibly annoying when you're trying to grow a beard. There are three major types of split ends. The first one is the snake tongue, where you have a single hair that splits into two at the end. The second type is where the inner core of the hair is revealed. There's kind of three layers to a hair: the outside, the middle, and then the core. And when the core is exposed and the two outside layers have been completely removed, your hair looks like a little candle at the end, and that is very damaging. And the third one is branching. That is where you have a single hair which has lots of branches coming off all the way down the hair length. Now, it depends on how bad your hair is damaged and how far you've allowed the damage to progress. It determines how much effort it's going to take to fix this problem. Now, there is only one real way that you can fix this problem outright, but there are many, many ways that you can prevent split ends from occurring. So let's look at those now. If you like this video, remember to give it a thumbs up. And also, why not go check out beardgrowingpro.com. That is my website where I answer every single beard question. I've got a PhD in chemistry and I'm always looking at the science. There is no BS on that blog. Go check it out. Trimming off your beard split ends is the only way to fix it permanently. Now, the thing is you could end up losing a fair amount of length if you let your beard get dry for a long time, because the split ends progress further and further up the length of the beard hair. Now, the good thing is, if you jump on this early, you will not have to trim off much length, but you could end up trimming up to 1 inch off your beard. And that's because you have to choose the area of maximum damage, trim off that, and then reshape the beard. Now, I am always touching my beard. I'm always looking at it quickly. You can use, a magnifying glass or a microscope if you've got one, but I'm always looking at the ends of the beard hairs, because split ends act like a concentrator of damage. It will easily spread up the beard, and jumping on the issue as soon as possible will stop it in its tracks. So trimming is the only way to get rid of it. You cannot sort of repair it afterwards, but not trimming, not doing anything, just using like beard oil or conditioners or other things we're talking about without trimming off the split ends will only end up making it worse. So prevention is better than cure. What can you do about it? Let's look at that now. If I notice that my beard is dull, dry, not as lustrous as I want, especially after sort of shampooing in the morning when I've removed all of the built up product that I've put in over the last couple of days, I often look at a deep hydration treatment. Now, one thing that I've done recently, which works relatively well, is getting a hot towel in water, a hot wet towel, and laying it over my beard for about 10 minutes and just let it steam. And then I put in my beard oil or my beard butter or my beard balm, and I allow that to kind of sit on the slightly warm beard for longer than I normally would. Now, I'm not talking about like lathering it up so it's dripping out, but just put in a little bit more than you would, allow it to sit for longer. And because you've heated up your beard hairs, the cuticles have lifted. That's like the outside scales of the hair have lifted ever so slightly to allow the deep penetration. Now, there are loads of like products on the market that say, panthenol is one recently that was trendy about, minimizing split ends, but essentially allowing anything to penetrate deeply like shea butter, like other beard butters, is a fantastic way of minimizing the amount of beard split ends you can get. The ends of the beard hairs are the most susceptible to any sort of damage, and looking after them with this hot towel treatment, which then you follow up with a nice little cool towel treatment at the end just to close off the cuticles, lock in that moisture, has been working an absolute treat for my beard. So check it out, do it for yourself, and report back to me in the comments. If you are on any sort of calorie restricted diet, or you do not have a lot of leafy greens, a lot of really good nuts, a lot of really nice kind of like well-rounded whole food meals, it could be that you need a little boost in supplementation. Now, I am not one for taking supplements willy-nilly. Now, I am talking about, just popping a pill every day to think that that's going to solve your problem. One of the biggest scams in the world is multivitamins. For most people, we don't need them. We just wee out all of that multivitamin into the toilet during the day. But if you are on a calorie restricted diet or a kind of like food group restricted diet, if you're vegetarian, if you're vegan, if you don't eat meat, like all of these things can actually have an impact to the way your body functions and therefore your beard grows. So consider supplementation after speaking to a health professional. And one thing you could take is like biotin or folic acid. These are great things that help build up the proteins in your beard hair. And my brother was on biotin for a little while and he swore by it. So maybe this could be something for you. Like I said, I don't recommend this often, but if you fall into a subgroup that needs a little bit of extra boost, there's no harm in trying. Minimizing the use of heat tools is something that I have been working on a lot. Now, we all love heat tools on our beards. That's because if you heat up your beard, it is a really effective way of straightening out that beard, getting it to grow down, tucking in those flyaways. All of that really feels great. And heat tools are like the magic wand that can make it all happen. Now, the thing is there's two sides to these heat tools. First of all, they do allow your beard to be kind of styled and forced in a way that it wouldn't naturally sit. My beard is normally much frizzier, but the thing is they can easily dry out your beards, particularly at the ends of the beards where the split ends start. So don't use them as often. I just went away camping and I was amazed that how just not using heat tools, but kind of allowing my beard hair to dry naturally with downward stroking of the comb, over about half an hour, really kind of just tucked it in. And I was amazed that it was as effective as it was. So you don't always need heat tools. Sometimes you can get away from it. But if you're finding you're chasing your tail by using heat tools, then being like, oh, my beard's too dry, put stuff in it, and then using more beard tools to try to undo the problem that the beard tools have solved, you could end up in this vicious cycle. So just relax, get rid of split ends by laying off the heat tools for a bit, and you may be surprised about how bushy your beard becomes, but also how easy it is to manage with a little bit of combing, a little bit of product, and a bit of patience. The last thing that can actually stop split ends is by looking at how you are trimming and cutting your beard. Now, trimmers, scissors, razor blades, all of these things need a super sharp edge to make sure they cut nicely. We are looking for a clean cut when it is cutting your beard hairs. The thing is that if you've been using your beard trimmers or your scissors or your razor blade for a while, you can actually mash the hairs as opposed to cutting them nice and cleanly, like a samurai cutting through bamboo. So make sure that you look after your scissors. Make sure you update your beard trimmer head if that's possible, at least once a year if you're trimming regularly. I did that and I was amazed at the reduction in the amount of split ends and those little knots that I was feeling while growing out my beard. So look after your beard tools and they'll look after you. So there we have it. That's everything you need to know about beard split ends, how to stop it. Prevention is better than cure, but if you find them, jump on the issue early and proactively, and it will stop the damage from migrating up your beard hair and causing you to lose a lot of length when you come to inevitably trim it off in the end. Or if you leave it for long enough, your beard hair will actually start to looking thin because the split ends will break naturally through wear and tear, and you'll be like, why is my beard so thin at the end? Well, that is why. So let me know in the comments what you would add to that, and also go check out beardgrowingpro.com, where I am on a mission to answer every single beard question, and I'll see you in the next video.